Tunde Ajayi, ladies and gentlemen.
Dream it, believe it, become it.
I said that to you on the way up. I said, I can't believe Tunde is in my front room. And he said, dream it, believe it, become it.
I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm very happy for you to be here.
Yes,
I said I was going to get a special guest in, and I don't think people believe me. Because I only reached out to you, yesterday?
Was it yesterday?
Well, yesterday I think it was.
Yeah, yesterday on Twitter.
Yeah, and here you are now today.
That's how it works.
When I started, I had like a wish list of people that I wanted to. I'm not joking. Yes. I had AJ. Obviously, everyone's going to want AJ, right?
Yes.
I had Eddie Hearn, Derek Chisora, Dillian White, and you.
Yes.
And it wasn't just because of the Yard thing. We'll talk about Yard a bit later.
Yes.
It was because of this positivity.
Yes.
I'm like, is this real? Is it true? Is it something for camera? Does the camera roll and he puts on this act, or is this him throughout?
You give me a bit too much credit there. There's no way I can put this on. It's just not possible. It literally is not possible. I come from the bottom. Mm-hmm. I mean, again, I don't really like saying that because it's something here. Everyone says. Everybody's got a story.
Yeah.
But it's true. Mm. And I know my story, and everybody's got something they don't want to tell. But let me tell you something. Where I am now to where I was mentally 20 years ago, it's a dream. It's a miracle. And that's why it's dream it, believe it, become it. Because I put a thought in my mind. And I believe that thought. And here we are. Sitting down in Stratford. I'm not allowed to say that.
No, we're here in Stratford.
On your couch is your set is green.
Yeah.
And mine is brown, but it don't matter.
It doesn't matter.
We're here.
What made the switch? What happened 20 years ago where you thought, you know what, we need to switch this up. We need to change everything we're doing.
Well, it's from before that. The people who know me from South London, Peckham, Brixton, Dulwich, wherever in South London, New Cross.
Naughty areas back then.
But the thing is that right from the start, and everyone who knows me knows I'm talking the truth. I've always been a peacemaker. I've always been a giver. I've always been a person that wanted everyone to just be on the same page. And regardless of my environment, my best friends getting shot in their head, I never picked up a gun. Never can anyone down south tell you a story of Tunde Ajayi picking up a gun. I always use positivity and just being a joker as my way to survive in an environment which a lot of madness went on. And my dad taught me this. And that's why in interviews you've always heard me speak about my father. Great man. A man that came from the village.
Strict man?
A man that, no.
Okay.
A man that let me be me. A man that became a SEMA qualified and an ACCA qualified accountant. In the hood.
Yeah.
And that's inspirational. All of my friends grew up with their mother. I was the only boy on the estate who had their father around. Yeah. And I believe that shaped my character. And it's why I believe a father is such an important role in the inner cities. It means something. Just to have your dad there, just to know that your dad will be there watching on the sideline when you're playing football. And it built me. And I've always been like this. And that's why I say, I used to hold dances on the ends. and everyone in London will be at my birthday party. Goose Green Park is a park in South London that cars are not supposed to go in that park.
Yeah. I
had cars from north, south, east, west on that park celebrating my birthday. I always have had a drawing power about myself. And so this talk, what I'm talking in boxing, I'm a promoter already.
So that could have gone anywhere. It just ended up being in boxing, but that could have gone anywhere.
100%. I love life. I've always enjoyed life. And having this mindset has made me do great things already in the sport of boxing, amongst a lot of negativity. But it's like I always say, as a man thinketh, so is he. And I have hundreds of, I wouldn't say thousands, but it's not thousands yet. Hundreds of people from all over all over the world, all over this country, who message me and say, Tun, I've been going through depression, and your videos every morning, they got me through it. Man going through divorce, telling me, Tun, you saved the marriage. I'm like, yeah. I'm like,
invite me round for a dinner.
Bro, I mean, maybe I'm in the wrong job or something. I need to start charging for this. But I just want to see people happy. I want to see people win. I want to see people come from adversity and make something of themselves. My friends, why I never used colour or race, religion or anything as an excuse not to do well. I attracted some great friends. I've attracted some great friends along the way, and not all of them are the same colour as me. You know, there's no, you know, overly one side proportion.
Are those just barriers that people put in front of themselves?
Absolutely. And I tell all the youths, whenever someone starts talking about colour, because it's easy.
Yeah.
You come from the inner cities and you're like, bruv, see how them brothers are treating us because we're black.
Yeah.
Because we're black. And my dad, this great man, Mr. Samuel Tunde Ajayi.
Strong name.
He told me, son, no excuses. You reap what you sow. Work hard. And you got to remember, my dad, he let me go in the world. So yeah, like everybody else, I done bad things.
Yeah.
I fell into the wrong crowd. But like the good book says, teach a child in the right way and he will not depart from it when he gets older. And all my dad's teachings, I'm telling you, man, this is why I work hard every day, because I'm going to make sure, I've said it since I was a child, that my dad, he leaves this planet Earth getting his toes shined by some Nigerian woman or something. He's gonna, my dad, man, and you know, I wish every young man from the inner cities can talk about their fathers like this, because it don't happen.
That's the problem, isn't it?
It don't happen. So we have a responsibility as men, as young men, black men, white men, Chinese men, Asian men, because this is the thing what I discovered. We make it out like it's only us, but it's not only us. There's white guys who's come up single parents, because remember, it's an environmental thing. One time you probably could say, yeah, it's a black thing, but now look on the streets today. One time in the mornings, you'll see our mothers at the bus stop doing cleaning job.
Yeah.
I don't even think we can get our mothers can get them jobs no more, because
no chance.
Other people, they want that money, they're working hard. So it's become an environmental problem, and I feel that we just have to take the negative and turn it into positive. And I brought that same mindset into boxing, and nothing can't stop me. Nothing has stopped me. And I don't want to spoil your questions, but
I like it. I just want you to keep going.
I can answer every single one of them. No man or interviewer can tongue tie this one. Just not gonna happen.
That's definitely not my aim, honestly.
No. It don't matter. As I say, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, because I'm ready.
You spoke about negativity. Sorry to interrupt you there. You've spoken about negativity a few times. You get it a lot on social media. Let's not beat around the bush. Does that not put you down when you think that you are this positive energy, positive person, but yet some people don't see that side of you, but they only look for the small bits and then immediate negativity? I've seen you block a few people on social media as well.
If you say one negative thing, I don't follow nobody. I don't follow nobody on social media. Not because I'm this egotist, not because I don't, I comment on people's pages. People with one follower will say, "Oh my God, you replied, you messaged on my page," because that was not the aim. The aim is, I don't emotionalize myself with negativity. I trained my brain. Listen to what I said. I trained my brain to only see the positive in everything, because nothing can exist without a positive and a negative. And I think once you know that and understand that, when the negative comes, instant block. That's what I do. A man, and some questions,
I've muted a few people.
You don't laugh. I don't mute. Instant block.
You don't mute, just block.
Instant block.
One chance.
I told you, Ricky Burns' ex-trainer.
Yeah.
He trains the African, the heavyweight.
Oh,
Billy Nelson.
yes.
He started messaging on my page.
trainer. Okay, yeah.
No, not a Cody's trainer.
Bacoli.
Oh, Bacoli,
yeah.
He messaged me, and I see Billy in the gym, and I'm always polite. I don't think about me. What you're saying about comments and that, I don't see them. I don't read them. It'd be people like yourself who tell me, or my friends, my real friends that come and say, Tun, they're saying they're calling you all sorts of names. Pleb, donut, everything. I'm like, bro, I don't care about all that. You understand what I'm saying? But he said something on he commented on my page. Sorry. He commented on my page, and I'm like, oh, okay. You know, I've heard he has a lot of beefs on social media, but as long as you don't say nothing negative on my page, we're good. And I'm never gonna say nothing negative about him or any of his fighters. I just don't interest myself in other fighters other than the ones that I can affect positively. Anthony Yarde, Bilal, the 4 new signings.
Yeah. We heard about that. We'll talk about that as well.
And that's that. So he said something, and then I was like, oh, okay. Thank you, Billy. And then because so much negativity came in after the fight, and I was like, I ain't changing nothing anyway. And then he made one mistake, and I warned him. I said, brother, be careful. That's what I said. And then he made another comment.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Block.
Instant blockage.
Why waste time?
It don't matter. I ain't watching no one's name. I don't care who you are. Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn. If you say if you say anything negative to me, my way of dealing with it is just cancel.
Was you shocked after the fight that so many... Look, you're going to get it from fans.
Yes.
You're going to get, Twitter trolls, as they say.
Yes.
But was you so shocked that more people in the boxing world, Paul Smith made a couple of comments, a few others, tags like fraud and this and that.
Yes.
Did that surprise you? It surprised me a lot.
Well, it shouldn't. As a man thinketh in his heart, it's going to come out of his mouth.
Eventually. Yeah.
Eventually. And these guys really just showed what has always been in their heart. The hatred for someone who has only been positive. Someone who helped a young man with 12 amateur fights get to the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
And I was like, because I understand how this whole world works, in my opinion.
What, the boxing world or world in general?
The world in general.
Okay.
It's science, physics, biology, constructive and destructive energy. I'm not going to put my good, beautiful energy, as my dad would say, beautiful, and start challenging these guys. Because I'm not giving you that airwave. Obviously, I'm doing something that's upsetting you.
Yeah.
How can you criticize a man? No GB backing. There weren't my good friend from MTK. They ain't backing us.
Yeah.
I done this.
Without any assistance.
It'd be selfish to say on my own because I've got some good friends who don't like to be, on the camera that have helped me. But generally, I done it on my own. It's just a fact. And these guys ain't never been to this level. Never. You ain't never been to this level. And if you have, you certainly haven't been there in this amount of time.
Yeah.
Anthony Yarde, and I've said it over and over again, is a global ambassador for Adidas. Paul Smith, Carl Frampton, Kevin Mitchell,
Darren Barker.
There
was a few, yeah.
To name a few. Never got that in their whole careers. They weren't never in that level. They weren't never in Germany sitting down on a table full of global guys. And Tunde Ajayi bounced up there in my white t-shirt. Trainers.
Did you do trainers? You didn't do a suit? You didn't do a suit, Jackie? Okay.
I'm from the roads. And I'm like, I put my case across. I showed them that Anthony is a... you got to remember, they gambled in Anthony.
Yeah, I was about to say, because at the time, Anthony is coming up. He's a prospect coming up. Why were they even interested in a prospect coming up?
There you go. That's a question for those guys to answer.
Yeah.
And it's also a question that many of them said, let's rewind a bit. The fight would never happen.
Yeah.
Again,
I have to be. I'm going to be honest because I know my viewers will shut me out. I said absolutely no chance. I said there's absolutely no way that Anthony Yarde is fighting Kovalev.
Let me teach you something. Wait, as we say in Nigeria. Wait. Calm down. Positivity.
Yes. Thinketh.
As a man thinketh. As a man dream it, believe it, become it.
Where's that come from?
Me.
Yeah.
It comes from me. And I just, again, going back to my environment and being surrounded by so much negativity and seeing so much killings and drugs and all the things that happen in the world, you know, it ain't just in a certain environment, it happens. But coming through that, the way I did, gave me faith in something invisible, something bigger than what I can see. And faith, hope, some people call him God, some people call him Allah, some people call him Jesus Christ, some people call him infinite intelligence, universe, whatever you want to call it. It's the unseen force that I believe put us all here. And I believe if you do good, you get good. If you think good, you get good. If you be positive, you're going to get positive. And everything is timing. And I time this and we time this to perfection. And myself and Anthony, we don't look on the outside. So when everybody's looking at us and criticizing us, I always know there's an opposite side that are looking at us with admiration, inspiration, motivation. There's an opposite side, the side of polarity, which the both of us are focused on.
How close are you two?
Very close. He, you know...
Is it like older brother or father-son?
Yeah, it's more that.
Father-son.
You know, uncle-nephew.
Uncle-nephew.
Uncle-nephew. The reason why I don't really like saying a father, because he has a father.
He has a father, yeah.
You know, but me and Anthony are close. And I said it in an interview before, you ain't seen nothing like this. In boxing, you seen something very close, and obviously probably cuss Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
But the truth is, I'm like this to everyone I'm involved with. I'll do the exact thing for Bilal that I've done for Anthony. I will. I just, it's the way I'm built. It's the way, Spencer Fearon said it one time on his show. Tunde Ajayi is a man that's either with you or he's not. And once you leave me, you can bet your bottom dollar you will never hear from me again. I've let you go. There's no more connection, no more emotional connection, because if I emotionalize myself, even through anger, I keep that energy. So that's why the boys that left, I wish them nothing but the best.
You don't even mention them in interviews anymore.
I wish them nothing but the best. I get it. You know, and my one wish would be that everyone gets it. You know, there's no need to hate. Life is a journey. And everybody's at different stages of their journey. You can't blame a young man for being influenced, especially if that young man doesn't have control of their minds.
What do you look at in a boxer that makes you think he's got it? Like, you know, in football it's easy. Someone has a little touch, you think, okay, oh, look at that touch. In boxing, it's obviously a bit more technical. Did you see anything in Yarde that made you think, yeah, we've got something here?
No.
No?
All I look for in an individual is the will to learn. I created a system. I said it from the beginning. And every fighter that I've been involved with up until this point, I built from the scratch.
Yeah.
O'Hara Davis, built him from the amateurs. He came in just when he was finishing his amateur career. Anthony Yarde, Ahmed Patterson, Kevin Mitchell, Akash Bhatia. The list goes on and on. Nathan Wees. All these young fighters. I've never been given nothing. All I told them... Craig Richards was with me before.
Yeah.
Daniel Dubois was with me before. Romeo Romeo. All these...
Where is Romeo Romeo?
There you go.
Wait, no, seriously. Like,
there you go.
Where's Romeo Romeo?
And that's why I love Anthony.
Yeah.
Because...
He stayed.
He stayed. And he believed. See, when you're winning, when you start with a man, when you start a journey with a man, and you're winning, you're susceptible to... Because what it was with me, I'll tell you what it was with me, Addy. I never had a Southern Area champion. I had 3 attempts. Spencer Fearon, who was the other one? Chaz Simmons. I saw him the other night, funny enough. He was never serious. And Frank Maloney gave him, and I didn't really want to do that because I didn't train him.
Yeah.
Spencer Fearon, his last professional fight, which was my ever first corner.
Okay, wow.
My first ever corner as a trainer was a championship fight.
Not easy. Not easy.
I was a championship trainer from the get-go.
Yeah.
But that was my first lesson. Not loss. My first lesson. Southern Area level. Then Chaz Simmons. Again, bam, stopped by Russ Minter. Made Russ Minter look like Sugar Ray Leonard that evening. Russ Minter, he looked serious that evening.
Pretty good though.
But Chaz Simmons, again, Chaz
not serious.
Chaz knows this.
Yeah.
The one that kind of touched me was Junior McDonald, another computer engineer, not a boxer. Someone that heard I was boxing on a license, then said, yeah, he wants to do boxing. So I started training Junior.
Yeah.
This is when I knew I was a trainer. Junior McDonald, Hewlett Packard, computer engineer. So me and him started doing these pads. We built the system. Actually, he was the man I built the system. The first fight I built the system.
So it's a system.
It's a system.
You look at it as a system.
It's not look at it as a system. I created a system.
Interesting.
He got through to the ABA final and lost against Tony Bellew. And I was doing this literally
Part-time.
not even part-time. If there's a word below part-time, that's what it was.
Voluntary freelance.
And then Akash Bhatia, ABA final, again losing to Stephen Smith from the great Smith brothers.
Yeah.
So Spencer Fearon, who was already a pro with Adam Booth, Adam Booth was training David Hay, Danny Williams,
George Groves.
no, George went there. But that was big. It was Danny Williams, David Hay, Spencer Fearon. Big names.
Huge names.
Spencer left Adam Booth to train with me.
Why? Was it a system?
Because he saw it. He said, nah. Nah. Because Spencer couldn't punch his way out of a wet Rizzler paper. That's the truth, Spencer. You're my man, but that's the truth. And then all of a sudden, I'm training him.
Yeah.
I remember my son was born. I didn't have a professional license. Spencer Fearon, Dave Walker. Live on, I think it was BBC. Spencer will correct me.
I remember Dave Walker.
It got the fight of the year.
I remember Dave Walker, yeah.
Spencer Fearon, bam, knocked Dave Walker down. Dave Walker got up, bam, knocked Spencer down. Spencer got up, bam, knocked him down. Classic fight.
Yeah.
It got British Boxing Board of Control fight of the year. I've done that with training Spencer for around about four weeks. But Spencer was at the end of his career. He was already done. But there was one big payday left for him against Gilbert Eastman on the undercard of Dave Walker against Roman Karmazan for the European title at the Alexandra Palace.
You remember all this?
I remember every single everything. Yeah. And Spencer said, "Tunde, get your license. I want you to be in the corner." So I was like, "Are you sure?" Like I couldn't believe it. Yeah. Because I wasn't even doing
How
this.
old were you back then? You don't mind me asking.
I can't remember.
20s?
We just maybe late 20s. Yeah, maybe. And I remember like, wow, I'm gonna be walking out Alexandra Palace.
Yeah.
All the cameras are there.
Yeah. ITV?
I think it might be ITV. No, it might be BBC.
BBC, okay.
Yeah, it was BBC. And it was Mick Hennessy's.
Yeah.
I think first real big show. I was speaking to Mick on the phone the other day actually, and he couldn't even remember that was. He didn't know that was the first time I was ever in the corner. Anyway, Spencer's career is over. You know, he lost the fight, but that's where it was born. That's where I was born. But again, my third loss, Southern Area. So the point I've elongated now is that whenever these kids would come to me, they'd say, he hasn't even trained a champion.
I get you.
But because I created a system that I hadn't even mastered, and to this day, I still have not read the 10,000 page dissertation, if you like, that I wrote through pure inspiration with a pen and a piece of paper. And but I always, because I knew I hadn't even mastered, because I knew I was growing and I was getting better every day, and every fighter that I would train would get better every day. I'm like, I'm not stopping. Then bam, Tony Salem. Do you remember a fighter called Tony Salem?
I do.
Nigerian fighter.
The funny thing is I do, because I actually commentated on his fight in Nigeria about a year and a half ago.
Ask Tony Salem.
WBF African Cruiserweight title.
Ask Tony Salem what happened. He got knocked out live on Sky Sports against Courtney Fry.
Yes, yeah.
He came into Pico. Oh, uncle, help me, oh, help me, oh, help me, oh. I said, don't worry. Let me sort this thing out. Because I know what I got.
Yeah.
I know that I can turn water into wine. That's what I'm saying. I don't need to look at... I don't care what you got. I've got it. It's me. I've got the potion. Anyway, Tony Salem starts training with me. This unknown trainer who's already had 3 losses at the Southern Area level. So again, that feeds the haters.
Yeah.
So he's fighting Richard Norton.
Okay.
Dagenham boy, I believe. Romford boy. Live on Sky. Tony Salem's already been embarrassed. Run out of gas after the 3rd round and stopped by Courtney Fry. First fight with Tunde Ajayi, who does the tippy-tappy pads. Anyway, boom! Tony does it. Spectacular fashion. Live on Skies. I had calls from Nigeria. Hey! You've arrived.
Yeah.
You understand? First Southern Area champion. Bam! Again, Akash Bhatia. 2nd Southern Area champion. My system is I'm evolving in it every day. And if I evolve, the fighter evolves. And there's not much now they can say, other than I haven't had a world champion. And let's look at it. Anthony Yarde, only a pro 4 years. Only 18 professional fights, 12 amateur fights. But like anything, when you come into a system that's already on the move, you take on the vibration, you take on the history and everything of it. So I'm passing that knowledge on to Anthony as well. So not only is he coming with his own knowledge and his own natural ability, we now join forces and with 18 fights.
Are you not, I wouldn't say upset because you fought Sergey Kovalev, world title, but are you not kind of upset a bit that you didn't go through British, European, Commonwealth, just to tick those boxes for you to say, I've become a British champion trainer, I've become a European champion trainer, Commonwealth champion trainer, just to have them? Not that they mean much when you become a world champion,
they mean something.
But they still mean something, yeah.
I mean, they mean something, and I guess for people that have won a British, Commonwealth and European,
mean a hell of a lot.
It'd be very disrespectful to say it doesn't mean nothing. But what's the name of the game, Addy?
Did they see that? I don't know if they saw it behind my head. It's all about the money. I've said this already. It's all about the money.
It's not basically the be-all and end-all, because I told you I created a system. Yeah. My aim, as I wrote the letter to Robert Smith all those years ago, was to be the greatest trainer this country has ever seen. And that I maintain that today. Money was never in that letter I wrote. The money aspect comes with the success.
You're getting punched in the head at your fighters. You have to get paid. I've said this already about fighters.
You have to get paid. I mean, I watched a young kid in the Ultimate Boxer on Friday.
I was livid.
Get smashed.
Oh, the final or
the first fight?
The first fight. Okay. The young black kid.
The young black kid.
Unbeaten at the time, I think he was as well. Yeah.
And that's anyway. That's not my business. But the fact is that how much did he get? How much do my friends get fighting for Southern Area titles? Yeah. How much do they get for British titles? How much do they get for European and Commonwealth? If Tunde Ajayi was smart enough to navigate a young man missing all of that and getting more money than 99, I never said 95, 94, 93, 2 or 1. 99% of boxers make their whole career on one night.
Then you've ticked your box. Did you play possum in this? Because it came out like, okay, we're going to have the fight. We're not going to Russia.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, they're not going to Russia. The fight's off. It's not happening.
That's my tricks, man.
And then it almost seemed like the money went up a little bit. And then, we're going Russia.
Ade, where are you from?
Nigeria.
The poorest man in Nigeria will tell you, who are you?
Yes.
The confidence level
It's unreal.
is unreal.
Unreal.
And
it's true. There's 1,000 Tundes just in my small village. There'll be 1,000 of you. Just like that same
and
positivity and confidence.
It's funny because when we came back, when I came back to London after the fight, I met this guy, stopped my car, I was talking to my cousin, and the Nigerian guy walked by and he says, "What happened? Oh? You made me lose all my money." I was like, "Bro, what's the matter with you?
Made me lose all
What is the matter with you?"
Crazy.
And then this white fella comes in, "Oh, bloody hell, Yard, what a performance." And I said, "Bro, this is what I'm trying to say, the difference in thinking." This guy was supporting us and, praised us on our valiant effort. And this Nigerian man was like, "What is the matter with you, man? You're stupid or something. You made me lose all my money." So going back to the question is, a Nigerian man knows how to play the game. And it worked.
Oh, it worked. You got what you wanted.
It worked. I had everybody thinking that we wasn't going to go. That's why Anthony calls me a genius. Because these things just come to me naturally. We put the post up, the Rocky 4 posts.
You went in.
I went in
on this Rocky 4.
Frank, I'll give you a joke. Frank was on the phone to me. Frank's like, Tun, come on now, man. You're going to mess this whole thing up. You're going to mess this up. I said, "Frank, relax, man.
I've got this under
Don't
control.
worry about it. Trust me, I know what I'm doing." And then Anthony... Anthony was like, "Nah, Unks, man, you got to stop this. The fight ain't going to happen." I'm like, "Ant, come on, man. You can trust me." You know Unks knows what he's
Was there
doing.
a fear that it wasn't? I mean, the
Never.
Canelo talk was coming.
Never.
Canelo might
Never.
fight Kovalev.
Never.
Would you ever thinking that we might have missed the chance?
Never. Because I know how to use this. And
was it ever a temptation to take the step aside money that we're hearing about?
well, if they gave us
a good amount,
way more than what we was getting, then maybe we would have thought about it. But the fact that they were willing to match it, what we was getting, the question is, what do we want out of this game? And the answer to that is, myself and Andy, we want to be great. We're gonna be great. And you can't be great sitting down in your living room talking about it. You're either gonna dare to be great, or you're just gonna be like most people, who are afraid to challenge their fears, if you like.
So there was never a doubt in your mind when you became mandatory. There was never a doubt we're gonna fight Kovalev. It wasn't a case of we might, miss this one and fight someone else fringe world level. You always were gonna go for the beast.
This thing is like this: damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
We, according to one section, were afraid to fight anybody. We, according to one section, would never take the fight.
It's all quite funny now when you think about it.
Of course it was funny.
Now it's funny now.
Me and Anthony were always laughing about it.
Yeah.
This is the thing what people didn't see. Because it's like, do they know what we do in the gym? Do they know what we've been going to the gym since Anthony was 19, 20 years old? 5 o'clock in the morning. Working our asses off.
But isn't it a boost to Anthony that we wanted to see him with better, what we consider better level of opponents?
Yeah, but
we actually thought Anthony was way better than his level of opponents.
No, it's just that it made him look it look easy. That's
the difference.
That was what everybody was talking about. And on a factual scale, Nemes Patty went 6 rounds with Callum Smith.
Yeah.
Anthony could have been arrested for GBH when he fought Nemes Patty. Literally. Sikloka went the distance with Sakio Bika, Arthur Abraham, who Andre Ward fought.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that. And none of them put a dent in Sikloka. Anthony drops him in 2 rounds and stops him in 4. So the step-ups have been there. What more do you want us to do? We're fighting guys that world champions couldn't put a dent in, and we're knocking them out.
Who gets the final say on who Anthony Yarde fights? Is it you? Is it Frank? Is it as collective as a team?
I pick all the opponents.
Okay.
And Anthony is like he's always been.
I'll fight them.
Unks, if it's okay with you, it's okay with me. But because Anthony is more to me than just sling him in. Go on, son. The fans want to see that. Let's have a fight. I don't operate like that. And that's why I think a few people were annoyed that I'm so close to Anthony. I ain't going to put him in a situation which I wouldn't put myself in. And these fights were all learning fights for Anthony. But because Anthony is a special kid, he's a special young man, he made it look easy. And if people would just put their thinking caps on for a few minutes, David Haye actually said, I think it was after the Travis Reese fight, or maybe it was before that, the fight before that, when he fought the Argentinian guy. He said that the only time you're going to see the real Anthony Yarde is when an elite fighter is in there with him. He said it.
Yeah.
And that's what you saw. It's the only way, I believe, Anthony, you can see a different look to Anthony. It didn't turn out, obviously, the way we wanted it to turn out, but
that close.
Anthony is a person just like myself. Knock me down 21 times, I'm getting up 22.
How is he?
Oh, we was just together today.
Yeah?
He's chilling.
Okay.
Because again,
when a fighter
all
loses,
this negative talk.
You always feel like how they...
But that's, and I'm glad you touched on this, Andy. They're weak. Everyone who left me is weak. You left me winning. So it's obvious if you left me winning, what would you have done if you had lost with me?
Out the door straight away.
It's a weak mindset. It's a weak mentality. And it doesn't mean they're bad people. I've already touched on that. You have to let people go. It's their journey. But I'm tough in my head. You can't break me. Nobody can break me. I'm just saying it. People might say, why are you saying that for? It's because I know what I've been through. I'm a person, believe me, I look you cold in the eyes like the Stockholm Strangler. You ain't beating me. You just ain't beating me. You may get a temporary victory. But guess what? Just like when you're about to go and meet that new girlfriend, you get your hair trimmed.
Yeah.
You spray on the
cologne.
The Chanel blue.
You got a Chanel blue, yeah?
You don't know about this.
Yeah. I've got the Bulgari. Bulgari's not bad.
And then you go to the bathroom. You look in the mirror. And bam, a spot's come up on your head. You're like, what the flat? Where did you come from?
Yeah.
I was just about to go and check this girl that this spot wanna just come up on my head. I'm like that. You can't, I will come back like Freddy Krueger. You ain't getting me down. That's why after the fight, I got back to London, I done a post. Dream it, believe it, become it. Thank you for all your support. It's a journey.
The public perception with Yarde though definitely changed after the fight.
I think
people went in there thinking, yeah, he's ducking this, he's ducking that.
Yes. And
then immediately after the fight, you see how the tweets, social media is a good gauge.
Yes.
And it's almost like, oh, he is world level.
Well,
at worst case, fringe world level.
The best way to change anything is not talk about it, even though I like talking.
Yeah.
It's to show people, and then everybody else follows. And myself and Anthony, we took a big leap, to the outside. To us, we were ready. Even now, in my mind, we still ain't lost. Call me mad, call me crazy.
I fully understand what you mean by that.
100%.
Because I feel like what you've learned, in a loss, but what you've taken from that now,
yes.
I mean, surely.
Do you know something?
The impact.
Every fight I've had, I've got one person, a personal trainer. He's not a boxer. He's a 62-year-old man. And every fight, every victory that we had, and I've gone in and trained him afterwards, he can feel the difference because of the occasion.
Everything.
That's what experience is. Now you got to just remember, we've just gone to the top of the mountain. The names you mentioned, Mitchell, Barker, Frampton, Smith, none of you went to Russia. None of you took that leap. None of you in your careers can say you dare to be great. None of them. We went to Russia. Since I came into boxing, all I've heard about...
Don't go to Russia.
Don't go to Russia.
Don't go to Russia.
The first time I come in, them Russians. I'll give you a joke. Someone was telling me, don't shake no one's hand because, you know, they might put some poison on you. I don't like, bro. Yeah. Come on, man.
What about when your bags got missing?
Listen. The bags... The bags was nothing to me. Anthony spoke about that today. It kind of upset him. Because we were the only only two people whose bags went missing. And we were in business class.
Come on now.
So it's like, and like, oh, bro, they ain't got nothing, no toothbrush. We literally went to the Walmart, the Russian equivalent.
Yeah.
And we bought up everything, and they robbed us because they charged us about £300.
That airport you came out of looked
It was mad.
Some back in the day.
It was mad, but you know, again, apart from that, I don't know about anyone else's experience, but the Russian people to us were so warm, welcoming, courteous. It was just all love. So we didn't really have, you know, that. What was, again, this is why I believe in the power of the mind so much, and the fact that what you put in it is literally going to clothe itself in physical reality. I didn't put that in my mind. There was even a point that Anthony suggested getting bodyguards. I said, no. Bodyguards for what?
Don't need it.
I need a bodyguard in Peckham.
Yeah.
Don't worry about Russia.
Gotta do sometimes.
I need a bodyguard in Peckham. Or Brixton.
Yeah.
I ain't scared of nothing. That's my mindset. And neither was Anthony. And neither is Anthony. And I said, and if it's me and you, that's all we need. And that positive mindset, it helped us a lot.
Let's talk about the fight.
Yes.
Rounds 1 to 6, going the way you wanted. I thought it was perfect.
Round 1 to 4.
Okay.
I always remember that because I remember at the end of round 3, Ant came back to the corner and I said, we got it.
It's funny because I just watched this before you came.
Okay.
And I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it. I was watching that BT Sports, which I thought done you very bad, by the way.
Well,
we'll talk about
we'll talk about that. But I was like, and we got it. Because I could feel it. This whole thing is energy. Life is energy. And
why was it not on pay-per-view? I mean, like, not that I want it to be pay-per-view, guys, but that was the most intriguing fight of the year.
BT, you know you messed up. I was talking to my friend
Unbelievable.
Chris. I was talking to my friend Chris.
Tyson Fury Otto Wallin at 4 in the mornings on pay-per-view.
I was telling my friend, what they can say, arguably, is the time. Because I think it was... What time was it shown?
10 o'clock.
At night?
At night.
Oh, perfect.
It was perfect. That's what I'm trying to say. It was perfect time.
Well, listen, I said it from the beginning. We were the A side. This was all
the
part of the hype.
Intriguing fight of the year.
Because nobody knew what was going to happen.
This is it.
So that's why it was worthy of pay-per-view.
I put a tweet out saying, this is why I love boxing, because my stomach is in knots right now.
Listen.
And I think the tweet went viral. Because the fight had me like gripped.
Everybody, I was like...
How do you handle that in the corner? You must feel a bit...
Well, again, I've trained myself to block out. And this is what I'm trying to say. I had to put some young men correct the other day. Because they was talking about not talking in the corner. And I was unusually quiet. So I said to them...
That's how you are.
I said to them, 18 fights of Anthony Yarde. Have you ever heard me talk in the corner? You haven't.
A couple of words, that's it.
You haven't. Yeah. So that was a lie. Another lie that was put out there. I don't talk. In fact, it was unusual for me to be so animated. But this is where, you know, I've always said no such thing as bad student, only bad teacher. I put all this on myself. I'm just that. I've always done that. I've never looked on the outside. Your problems is your problems. It ain't another person. It ain't pointing fingers. Deal with it. It's your reality. It's your eyes. It's your mind. So it's in your world. So I'm like, everything is me. There's no running away from that. And I'm like,
what do you take responsibility for?
Well, you know, people was talking about making the call in the 8th round or what have you.
The end of the 7th.
But,
yeah.
The end of the 7th. But hold on, what's the round everyone was talking about?
The 8th round.
So this is what I'm trying to say.
8th round. Do you regret it?
No.
Saying empty your tank?
No, because because
I thought Kovalev was there for taking. You had to empty.
Listen, man, I felt it.
Yeah.
This is why, and I know my guy, and I'm like, and this is it. We're in Russia. I didn't say this, obviously.
No, you didn't say that.
We're in Russia.
But you're thinking this.
8,000 people.
Yeah.
It
looked bigger than that.
It looked, but
it was like, if you told me 18, I would have said okay.
Yeah.
It looked like O2 Arena.
It was jam. It was jam. You know, we're not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
According to some.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know Anthony, and I felt it. You know, I don't look at the opponent. Never. I'm always focused on Anthony. And I said, Ant, I can feed it. And Ant today said, Unks, I felt it as well. He was there. He was ready to go.
Ready to go.
But one thing...
2 punches away, I think. 2 clean right hands away.
One thing you can't buy, borrow, pretend to have is experience. Yeah. And that got him through the fight.
Weren't you shocked about the recovery in round 9?
Very.
I said that is the best recovery I've ever seen of a fighter.
Ever.
He was done.
And
done.
And I gotta be careful what I say.
Yeah, please, yeah.
You know, but I'm a positive person. I never like to think negative about an individual, because everything that's happened in my life happened for a reason. And so I'm not gonna start casting aspersions or start saying things about another man who obviously has dedicated his whole life to the sport. And that's why when people was talking negative about him prior to the contest, I didn't even listen to it. Because a person doesn't know what an individual's going through. I spoke to John David Jackson at the Joe Joyce against the American guy, Brian Jennings fight. I went in there because he was to come over with Brian Jennings.
Yeah.
John David Jackson. And I spoke to him, and he said to me, he's a drinker. Go to the and everything. I said, oh, okay. He said, trust me, he don't live the life. And again, I left there and I thought, no, sir. He may not have been living the life when he fought Andre Ward.
May not have been life with you.
He might not have been living life with you. Maybe you're a drinker.
Yeah, but he's with Buddy McGirt now.
But he's with Buddy
McGirt.
Different. And the energy might be different.
Yeah.
And you don't know what a person... Again,
fighting
life is
Russia
a journey.
As well.
Life is a journey. And, you know, I was like, this man, he said it in a press conference. He said, I don't have friends outside of boxing. My whole life. This guy had 285 amateur fights.
Unbelievable.
Anthony had 12 amateur fights.
Crazy. It's crazy.
This guy was making his 16th world title defense. Anthony had 18 fights. Never been past round 7. So I'm like, whatever that guy has got and whatever he's going to get, he deserves it.
Yeah. Because
like anything, everything has his time. And this is why I can't look at it as a step back or a disappointment, because Anthony Yarde's time will and must come. It's like looking for a pregnancy to be at its full term at 7 months instead of 9 months.
Okay.
But we took the risk.
Yeah.
The reward for risk is big.
Do you ever watch the fight back and think?
Never.
You don't watch it back?
I ain't watching no fight.
I think I probably watched it myself like 50 times.
I would never watch that fight.
I'm thinking, in my head I'm thinking, that right hand is one more right hand away, one more shot to the body.
Everybody says it to me.
One more shot to the body and it's done.
You know, again, I focus on what I want to see, not what I don't want to see. Because of the way I mastered the sport of boxing and the way I inspirationally learned this craft in my own individual way, I know that Anthony didn't lose because, or didn't learn that particular lesson because he was a better fighter than Anthony. It wasn't that. It was an experience. It was the mental energy, being able to carry that over a longer distance.
Did you know Anthony didn't have anything left sort of round 9, 10, 11?
Because, again, I was asked that question today, and I was like, I've been in the gym with Andy, and he'll be sparring.
Oh, so that breaks the myth.
Listen,
that breaks the myth about no sparring.
We're going to talk about that. So Anthony, I've been in him sparring, and like he's got 5 different sparring partners, and you know, it might be whatever round, and to the sparring partners he's tired. And then he'll just come back to the corner and go, whew, and then he's fresh again. It's like this amazing...
He's a natural athlete though,
powers,
isn't he?
no.
He looks like... I remember seeing Anthony
that
5-6 years ago.
impossible.
And I just thought he was a bodybuilder.
Rubbish. His genetic,
his
genetic makeup is one of...
It was like he could have done a lot of sports though.
Absolutely. There's no doubt about that. But you be genetically gifted and don't train.
True.
Let's see how far that's going to get.
yeah, it's very true.
You won't be fighting Kovalev for the championship of the world. So I don't...
What surprised you about Kovalev? His jab?
No, we knew that.
Yeah.
We knew that.
It looked impeccable.
Our plan was to pull the jab and come with the right hand and work to the body. And Anthony made me laugh. He's like, Unks, bro. One time I was standing in front of him to pull his jab and he went, psh! And I was like, bro, this guy's jab is like a right hand. But we knew that in training, in preparation, we worked on the 1, 2, 3 because that's what he does. He might go right and then come back with the same jab. Yeah. It's not a jab, it's a right hand.
I'm telling you, that jab is not. It's not your normal conventional jab.
And he's knocked people out.
Yeah,
he's dropped people with that same power punch. He's a power punch for him, and it's his key weapon. And again, don't fear the man who does 10,000 kicks. Fear the man that does one kick 10,000 times.
And he has,
and he's perfected
that jab,
that shot. There's no doubt about it. And but it's funny because some of the comments before the fight was, Andy has his left hand too low. He's gonna get clipped with the overhand right and the straight right all night long. He weren't catching Andy with that shot, and that's what was frustrating in round 1 to 6. But the mental energy, and I keep on saying this, it overpowered us.
Is that the biggest thing you've taken away from it?
Absolutely. But that means we ain't there yet.
Yeah.
We're going to keep working. We're going to keep mastering our system.
How old is Yarde?
28.
Okay.
28. Again, Anthony started boxing at the age of 19 years old.
Yeah.
This is all incredible feats for a man who started boxing. These guys started boxing when they were 7 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old.
That's true.
Anthony chose the sport of boxing at the age of 19. Within 1 year, he had his first amateur fight. Within 2 years, he was a professional. It just... There's so much adulation and praise that can be given to this young man. And actually, listen, going back to the question what we were all talking about, this sparring situation.
Yeah, let's talk about that. People say, oh, he doesn't spar. No, he doesn't believe in sparring.
He doesn't. All I did, I just went with the flow. Because that's what happened.
You trick people a lot here, you know.
I'm Nigerian, man. I know the tricks. I'm British-born Nigerian.
Yeah.
But Nigerian, all the same.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So Danny Flexon asked me the question about sparring one day.
The seconds out guy. No?
Seconds out, yeah. And I was like, I'm his best sparring partner. You see the Kung Fu movies. The master spars with a student.
Yeah.
You don't see people coming in to spar with a student. It's just the master. When the master's ready to go, you just see a book.
Yeah.
The master's gone. The student studies the book. So, I remember Andy said, yeah, and Bilal Ali. Bilal Ali spars with me as well. So suddenly, someone just turned this into no sparring.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna sit down with Andy. I said, alright, watch. I'm gonna work this thing out. And I just rolled with it. And my
point is where everyone believed it.
Everyone believed it.
I mean, you had people in America, Mike Coppinger in America, all those people, Dan Raphael. If he doesn't believe in sparring, I mean, it's the wrong thing.
No, I think what is, see, we just don't do that type of sparring. I'm not into this. You gotta take punches left, right, on your nose, on your forehead, on your elbows to toughen you up.
Yeah.
That has never made any sense to me.
Yeah, I think that just wears on you. I think it's stupid.
Of course, this is cerebral. Look, this thing inside your head is cerebral.
It's not supposed to be punched like that.
It's not supposed to be punched 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Before you fight.
Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense. And unless you can show me scientific and physical evidence to show me that sparring actually improves the fighter, then I stand corrected. Because If I spar with Andre Ward, it doesn't make me Andre Ward.
Very true. What about this? What do they say? Iron sharpens iron thing. That's the phrase I hear a lot.
Well, iron never sharpened Bernard Hopkins' iron when he fought Kovalev. He got bashed up. He was running like Linford Christie. For those of us who remember Linford.
Because we got to remember Linford. 1992 Olympic gold medalist. Barcelona.
Sparring never helped Isaac Chilemba. Sparring didn't help Jean Pascal twice.
Two awful, brutal fights.
Sparring didn't help Nathan Kevley. And I'm not disrespecting these guys.
No, of course not. These are
sparring didn't help Andre Ward in the first fight. Many people say Kovalev won that first fight.
He did win that fight.
There you go. I haven't watched the fight. But
you haven't watched the fight?
I don't watch boxers.
Interesting.
I don't watch boxers. I created something. That's why I'm different.
Don't you think you can take stuff from people though?
I studied the masters, the great boxers.
Who? Like who?
The box
names.
Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah. Floyd.
Sugar Ray Robinson. Floyd. Julio Cesar Chavez. Roy Jones. Muhammad Ali. And when I say I studied them, I watched every single fight. Meticulously wrote down every single punch they threw in all their careers.
Jesus.
In every round.
When you say you do that, and then people then say fraud, that must really piss you off.
No. I like it.
Really?
I like it because it gives me an opportunity to be great. It gives me an opportunity to prove to myself first that I created something. Through hard work, dedication, diligence, perseverance, and a lot of sleepless nights. And you saying to me that I'm a fraud, it's that old nursery rhyme. Sticks and stones.
You break my bones.
But your names can't touch me.
Right, let's quickly wrap up here. We could go on and on and on and on.
No,
I want to ask about Yarde.
So we did spar.
We did spar.
But we just never done that.
Is he back this year? Possibly? 8 rounder maybe?
Again, we spoke about it today. Today marks 1 month. 28th. Exactly.
Is that it?
The fight was on August the 24th. Today is September the 24th. We haven't even talked about
boxing
any fights. We haven't even talked about, Anthony and myself have taken 1 day. We haven't taken more than 1 week out of the gym since the day he turned pro. And even before that, because, Anthony was with me 18 months before he turned pro. We've never had it. So it's like, we were saying today, like, I feel strong. You get what I'm saying? Because the body...
It's healed, it's rested.
And we know it's a mental recuperation as well. Not too long, but we haven't even discussed fighting because we deserve a rest. He deserves a rest. More importantly, this is a young man who's sacrificed, done what he's supposed to do, and from a managerial standpoint, I just want him to be not only physically ready when he returns, but mentally ready. Yeah. Because it's all a mind game anyway. This body is a reflection of our minds. And as long as Anthony's ready, I'll feel it. He may say to me prematurely, "Unks, I'm ready to get back in there."
But you'll know.
But Anthony knows that Tunde Ajayi cares about him. And that's what makes us so different and have the relationship with you, because sometimes your own ego can push you to do something you're not ready for. But when you've got someone standing behind you, in front of you, next to you, that says, "No, and trust me, it's not time yet." That's a great thing. And me and Anthony have that, and so we just take each day as it comes. I have to stop having Five Guys, Shake Shack, milkshakes, because
you're
this
in great shape. Stop it, Tunde. You're in good shape.
The toxins.
I don't know if the camera can show. He's in good shape. Don't listen to it.
The bad toxins have taken their toll, and I'm coughing, and I don't like that. So we'll rest off of that. We'll go back on the spinach, kale, carrots for a couple
Does he
of
go
weeks.
straight back into the mix? I mean, would a warm up fight and then?
It's gonna go how I want it to go.
Yeah.
That's the honest truth. And I tell you, remember before this fight day, people said, fighters, boxers, current boxers in our weight class were saying, he's scared to fight. He ain't fought no one. Well, guess what?
He's fought someone now.
You better go and fight someone now.
That's kind of what it is now, and I don't want to mention that guy. Well, I'm going to mention him. Boatsi is a good example of someone that said, Boatsi versus Yard, Boatsi.
Yes.
I feel like a lot of pressure's now gone into Boatsi.
Of course.
Like, it's now like, okay, Yard fought someone, your turn. They mentioned Blake Caparello, and everyone was like, no, we want more.
Who's Caparello?
An Australian fighter, Blake Caparello. I think he actually fought Kovalev 4 or 5 years ago. Okay. And that's who Boatsi's going to fight next November 2nd.
Well, his last 3 opponents, every single one of them turned us down. So again...
People don't know this.
His last 3 opponents. In fact, the last opponent...
Ryan Ford, I think it was, yeah.
If you remember, it was set. And we got slaughtered for that fight. Everyone was like, how can you be fighting this ex-kickboxer coming in? He's not even a boxer. Slaughtered. But then, Mr. Man fights him. And then, the fight in America... Literally, I wish I could show you the text. I'm not gonna because I don't do things like that. But I got texts. You can't fight him. You get slaughtered. He hasn't fought for 2 years. He lost down at super middleweight. Yeah, he lost down at super middleweight. Got stopped in, I think, 3 rounds by the girl or whatever. Yeah. You can't fight him. You're making Yard's name. You know, you're tarnishing his name and everything like that. And I'm like, hold on. But you guys are fighting him. You say we're not fighting him. So it shows you that they're watching me. They're watching the calculations I have made or have attempted to make. Callum Smith, sorry I'm going on now, but I'm a historian. Callum Johnson fought Monaghan. He turned us down 3 times. But yet, you jump and fight Callum Johnson. Obviously, the money might have been better. But these are fights, as a manager, I tried to make for Anthony, but the people in the know, the people who really understand boxing knew that Anthony is a fighter. You want to get paid seriously if you're going to fight him because he's not a joke. Yeah. He's not a joke. But
he's proven that now.
He's proven that now. So I think it's just a comeback. We ain't going to rush. He ain't going in there with no killers. We're just going to take our time. We're going to take our time because now we can actually say, okay, those learning fights what you was talking about, we have them because we went up. Let's have some learning fights. Let Anthony have a few fights to take just because of the ambition. We ain't gonna be hanging around for long because.
Who do you think's number 1 in the division?
Kovalev.
You think Kovalev, yeah? You don't think the winner of Bertobie and Vodzik?
No. That'd be why didn't they fight each other? Why didn't they fight Kovalev before? That's what I'm trying to say. Why is it now everybody wants to fight Kovalev?
What do you think about that fight? That's actually good. Canelo Kovalev.
Good fight.
Yeah.
2 people that deserve to be there. And again. You reap what you sow. I don't believe in abracadabra. I believe in a journey. It's not abracadabra. I just don't believe it. It's a journey. Yeah. If me and you do the same thing, you've been doing it for 4 months. I've been doing it for 7 years. You don't deserve what I'm getting. So the way I look at this whole thing is that we have started our journey in a meteoric way, and we've got to the top of the mountain in record time, but you cannot rush the process. You can only get to where you're supposed to get because, all right, take for example, we won that fight.
Yeah.
What's next? This is what I'm saying. Straight hard fights.
It literally is. People won't accept anything other than
straight
top
hard
5,
fights.
top 10 guys.
Because we just gone out and beat the number one, the legend, one
of the best light heavyweights of this generation.
So, Canelo Kovalev is a fight. I'm gonna watch that fight. I don't watch boxing, as people around me know. I didn't watch no Tyson Fury. I just don't watch boxing because my system is so in depth that I'll be studying it way past the person coming behind me will not master my system. And so there's a lot of material that I've got to get through while I'm here on this beautiful earth, and I know that it's not going to be easy. They're talking about this body thing. You think it's just easy to go up to Kovalev and hit him in the body? Not only that, they're talking about
that jab first.
You got to get past the jab, and they're talking about Canelo is the best body puncher. Hold on, who have you stopped with body punches that are world class? Yeah. You didn't stop no Andre Ward. You didn't stop Bernard Hopkins. So he's a great body puncher. There's no doubt, but it's about the levels. It's the levels. He's going up against a guy 2 weight classes bigger than himself.
Do you think the gap though? A lot of people are saying the turnaround's too quick.
That may be so.
Yeah, you took a lot of punishment from Yarde in that round 8. That round 8,
He took
some punishment.
And that again could be great timing for Canelo, but he said it to me. No, Kathy Duva said to me in the lift after the fight. So we ain't scared of Canelo.
I like that. They shouldn't be. You shouldn't be scared of a guy jumping up.
Because she said, not Tunde Ajayi, let me just get that
Kathy
right.
Duva.
Kathy Duva
Main event said
to Tunde Ajayi, we just took Anthony Yarde's punches. Canelo can't punch like Anthony Yarde.
That's very interesting.
That's
That's fact though. If anyone doesn't believe that, like Anthony Yarde, who basically is a cruiserweight. I'm sorry, he's a cruiserweight. That guy's
Everybody
huge.
says that.
He's huge, dude.
Everybody says
Maybe because you see him every day, you don't see the size of him.
Again, when you see the but
there was an interview the other day with Vodzik, and Vodzik was like, I don't know how this guy makes light heavyweight.
For real?
Vodzik said that interview with I think IFL TV or someone. He said, I don't know how Anthony Yarde makes light heavyweight. Wow. He's huge.
It's food. That's what it is. It's food. Because I remember the last 3 fights, even like the board inspectors, they come and do the check weights and everything like that. I'm there thinking Andy's gonna be a little bit heavy, and he steps on the scales, and he's like under what he's supposed to be.
Yeah,
he just
the size of his back in that Kovalev fight.
His back.
I mean, even Kovalev, I was like, what's going on?
Oh
it looked massive.
Wow.
Yeah, it looked huge.
Wow. Well, they say TV makes you look a bit bigger.
Yeah.
I don't know, but Anthony is big. Everybody says it to me. But again, I'm with him every day. I don't really see. I know that he's a decent size, but he has no problem doing the weight, and he can do light heavyweight as long as he wants to.
Good.
Because he's already 28 years old.
So he's grown into his man.
He's grown into his. He's only gonna improve mentally, and that's what it's about. So.
All right, let's quickly end on this. Bilal, Royal Albert Hall.
Yes.
2-0.
Again, another one.
Another one coming
and another
through.
one. 3 amateur fights.
Yeah.
Anthony had 12 amateur fights.
This is you're taking the piss now, aren't you?
We're
3.
doing something.
Yeah.
Something is going on. And like I said, whether you love me, hate me, loathe me, or like me, you're gonna have to put my name down as one of the great trainers. Because I've done this with kids that don't have the pedigree.
That's the difference, isn't it? Compared to a lot of the other trainers, and this is not attacking trainer, but a lot of the other guys are getting these kids with that amateur pedigree, guys on the GB podium.
Imagine I had these GB guys. With what I've got, I ain't begging but I'm not asking no one for nothing. Because as I say, regardless if you've got the GB experience, when you come in the gym where I train, you're going to be learning something you've never learned before. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, Bilal aesthetically, I don't want to embarrass him, but I call him the Asian Mr. Bean.
He is kind of people. Yeah, he is
his body hasn't even grown.
Yeah, is that? How old is he?
He's literally 22. He's
okay.
But 22 Anthony and 22 Bilal is different.
Was it
Anthony at 8, Anthony at 16 looked like Mike Tyson.
I saw Anthony. Anthony at that age.
Listen, he's got a bus pass picture.
I think he's actually lost weight.
100%.
He's lost weight.
100%.
Because his neck was like this, I remember.
Massive.
Yeah.
You understand? So Bilal is you can tell he hasn't started developing into a man. But based on what we teach him, the IQ is so high. And I said to Ade, coach Ade Oliyinka, who is Bilal's trainer. Bigger Ade.
Yeah.
The first time they started working, Ade will bear me witness. I said, if that boy doesn't do what I know he's going to be, it's your fault.
It's on you.
I actually told
Was he lightweight?
Lightweight, yeah. He's quite big for a lightweight as well.
Is he first on at Royal Albert Hall?
First on, yes.
Okay.
He's first on. So I was like, I didn't know
it's
that.
Not bad. I've been studying. I studied the boxing, not as much as you, but I do study the boxing a little bit.
No, you study, but I study my system. I study boxing. Yeah. But I was like, he's got it. Not because he looks like he got it, but he's got a receptive mind. And that's all I want. You can be the worst fighter. Wasn't it Jordan that told the coach about Scottie Pippen?
Yeah, he was. A lot of people weren't high on Scottie Pippen. Weren't high. He wasn't one of those high guys coming from the draft. I know my basketball as well, people. He was one of those guys.
There you go.
Yeah.
You just, when you got the methodology, you just need a willing student. And to me, Bilal, and he's gonna upset and he's gonna prove so many people wrong. I don't really like to talk so much about because he's not like I don't train him hands on. I've trained Ade in my system. Ade has given Bilal the system, and he's eating it up. And he's not, he's not a talker yet.
Yeah, he's not Anthony.
He's not a talker yet. But again, the system is a mind developing system.
Yeah, it's not a system for talking. It's a system for developing.
But
mind.
That's what I was saying. You become more vocal or more intelligent, let's say, as you go in the system. So his interviews will become more clear.
Yeah.
There'll be more I heard it the other day. I was like, man, this system is serious. Because it's an educational system. And Bilal, no one ain't rushing him. Good. I want him to have 10 4-rounders.
I think he should. 3 amateur fights, you've got to have more.
10
more.
I'm telling you, and I'm saying it on your channel, you're the first. I'm saying it.
Exclusive there.
Nobody is rushing Bilal. 10 4-rounders.
I think now you're in a position where I don't think anyone's going to argue with your system anymore.
You can't.
Because of what's happened.
You can't.
You almost needed that to happen, what happened.
Absolutely.
And now it's almost like, well, look, guys.
Absolutely.
Didn't I prove you guys wrong before?
Absolutely.
Give me time.
Give me time. No one, and in a sense of the person Bilal is, the aura, the personality, he's already got a sponsor with Adidas. So that's something.
I wanted one of the stamina for Celta. I should have told you to bring one.
Should have told me. Anyway, we're local, so you'll get that. That's no problem. Adidas London are supporting Bilal, and again, both of these young men not having that amateur experience. Anthony on a global level, but Bilal, first fight Brentwood Leisure Centre, second fight Wembley Arena, third fight Royal Albert Hall.
It's getting the goodies quick.
ABA champions ain't getting this exposure. So I'm doing something right as a manager. You can't deny that. Nobody can deny that. I must be doing something right. And what I'm doing right is working extremely hard. And I have to work harder because we got to the top of the mountain, but we didn't get over. So for me, that's why I'm sick. Because I overdone it. I worked so hard. The very morning after the fight, in the morning, early hours of the morning, I was up working, and I have not stopped working since that day, and I've upped it. That's my mindset. If it ain't happening, work harder, work harder, work harder, work harder. I say it to my son who's at Crystal Palace. All the accolades, work harder, and that's all it is. You reap what you sow.
There you go, guys. You reap what you sow. Dream it, believe it, become it.
There you go.
Tunde Ajayi, thank you so much for being here.
Yes, brother.
Thank you.
Yes, brother.